What's going on, guys? College baseball beat writers Daniel Allen, Braden Bush coming to here to bring you an update on the state of the Oklahoma State baseball team. Cowboys come in at number 9 in the latest D1 baseball rankings. They tied for second, but they finished 4th due to tiebreakers in the Big 12 standings heading into the tournament next weekend. Braden, what did you see from the team in this past series where they took 2 or 3 from Baylor on the road?
Well, you get Victor Medeiros back. It's good to see him back. But one thing that I saw was the relief pitching. Guys like Mitchell Stone, Cale Davis kind of stepped in. OSU's the relief pitching's kind of fluctuated throughout the year. It was good to see 2 guys put together solid performances in this series, and good for the Cowboys' momentum heading into the Big 12 tournament.
Yeah, obviously, like you said, relief pitching's been shaky. Mitchell Stone, a guy who's not had the best season this year, especially with the expectations he had from both himself, his coaches, and his teammates, especially how he performed last year down the stretch. As Coach even said after the series finale, for him to come in like that, pitch 6.1 innings, his only mishap coming on a solo shot from Baylor shortstop Jack Pineda to lead off the inning towards the latter half of the game. I mean, that's just, like I said, that's his only mishap that came in the game. And as Coach said, that's the Mitchell Stone they saw down the stretch of last season. So for the Cowboys' sake, that was good to see. And then, this weekend, obviously, Oklahoma State, as I said earlier, doesn't get the share first for the Big 12 title. They had to sweep. They had it in the bag. They couldn't hold on. As you said, Roman Fansalker's been solid all season. Came in the bottom of the 7th. OSU held an 11-3 advantage over Baylor. It just went haywire from there. Gave Dylan Marsh a bases-loaded situation. He only recorded 1 out in the process, and then, 1 swing, grand slam, Baylor trailed by a run. Baylor had all the momentum. You could feel it from the press box, Braden, too. And then, obviously Antonio Valdez, what a story. Doesn't get much playing time for the Bears all season. Comes in, walks it off in the bottom of the 9th. But, OSU bounced back. Obviously, offense was the story for them this past weekend. I think they recorded a total of 47 total hits, exceeded 30 runs in all 3 games combined. It was a weekend for offense for OSU. They get the 4th seed in the Big 12 tournament due to the 3-way tie with OU and Tech. It came down to a mini round robin. OSU obviously went 2-2 against the Sooners this year and got swept by Tech. OU went 3-1 against Tech, and then Tech was obviously 3-0 against OSU. So that set OU as the 3 seed, Tech as the 2 seed, Oklahoma State as the 4 seed. Braden, could you kind of give us the outlook of the Big 12 tournament heading into this week, actually?
Yeah, like you were saying, TCU comes out with the outright Big 12 title, so they're the 1 seed. Oklahoma State, they're going to kick things off Wednesday, starting off the tournament bright and early, 9 a.m. against Texas, the 5 seed. Other than that, you got OU, the 3 seed, Tech, the 2 seed, like you said, in that 3-way tie, But as OSU's shown this season, they can beat anybody and they can lose to anybody. So you still got to put together consecutive games, and that'll start with Texas.
And as you said, this as you and I talked about earlier this weekend, this team's streaky. Speaking of streaky, they're especially streaky under Coach Holiday in the postseason. I believe I saw a stat where, 5 of the 7 last Big 12 tournaments, OSU's played in the title. And then obviously, they've had their runs in 2019. I'm not going to say that was really a surprise run, but 2019 they made a run. 2016 they made a run as a 2 seed, fringe 2 seed, and then 14 they made a run to the Supers. Obviously, as I just said, they're streaky in the postseason. Last year they were kind of a lower 2 seed, made their way to the Big 12 tournament, got some big wins. Had they not been predetermined regionals last year, some people said they would have hosted. So we'll see if that comes into fruition this week, if the Cowboys can go on another postseason run. Braden and I, as he said, kick things off early, bright and early, 9 a.m. against Texas. We'll be there bringing you coverage this week in the Big 12 tournament. As mentioned, Daniel Allen, Braden Bush from the O'Colly. We'll see you later this week.